of weather. Have you heard about this? Statue of Liberty in New York hit by a big lightning bolt on Wednesday. According to the photographer that took this photo, the photos were taken about 6 p.m. Eastern time yesterday from Liberty State Park in New Jersey. Powerful thunderstorm knocked out power to thousands in North New Jersey. Wind gusts reached up to 50 miles an hour during that storm. It's unclear if the Statue of Liberty sustained any major damage.
All right, Shalom. This is Yahawah by Yahawah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahawah, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem, Harakah Kodash, Ma'amath. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Shalom to you, Akim and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. What you saw in the pre-clip of this video in the beginning is a video of the Statue of Liberty being struck by lightning. And I think it happened last week around Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. And immediately after that, on Friday, you had an earthquake that shook New York, right, in the East Coast, the whole East Coast. And then immediately after that, this Monday, you had the solar eclipse, all right, where the whole sky turned dark across certain parts of America. And there was an X, ever since 2017 until now. The last one, I think it was a ring of fire. Whew, those are signs, man. And now you have this total lunar eclipse where the sun looked, where the moon looked black in front of the sun. All right, a complete totality eclipse, and the sky turned black over America, certain parts. All right, for 4 minutes. And you know, we were able to see it here in the South. But yeah, man, so these are signs from the Most High, also known as tokens or signs or warnings, all right? Or also signs for the elect to know that their deliverance is at the door. And it's also a sign for 2/3 to that their judgment is coming, all right? And these heathens that are in this place, man, around the world. So, but the Most High, his focus is this place, Babylon. Now, there's a reason, man. Everything is symbolic or omens. Let's get that real quick. All right, so this is omen as a noun. It says casual event or occurrence supposed to portend good or evil, man. All right, so it's a sign of good or it's a sign of something bad about to happen. That's what evil means, bad. From Latin, omen, which means foreboding, augury. All right, so omen as a verb, to give indication of the future. That's what this is a sign of, the future events that's coming. It's not going to be good for 2/3 in these heathens. And if you look at the videos of the eclipse, man, that joint look, yeah, what's the word I want, man? It just looked like a fearful sight. It didn't look like nothing good was gonna come out of that, except for the elect, the hopeful elect. We don't fear the signs. The signs are for us to have joy in, because our deliverance is at the door and our King is about to return. All right. But what I want to get into is dealing with that Statue of Liberty. All right, and there's a reason, man. That joint was struck by lightning. The foundation shook. All right, and and also New York, that whole earthquake situation and the eclipse. All right, because what the Lord called this place Babylon, the mother of harlots, man, idolatry. All right, that's why it's an enemy to the Most High and to the Lord's people. It says images, the image of Ishtar. That's what it goes back to, Ishtar, man. And what did they just celebrate? Easter, Ishtar, and then the Lord strike that damn statue with lightning. It's chicken. You know, this is about to be crazy, man. So it says French sculptor Frederick Bartholdi designed the Statue of Liberty. Bartholdi, and some say it used to be a Jake woman that was with slave chains and all that they had up prior to the original Statue of Liberty, but that's not the focus of this lesson. All right, the focus is the idolatry and the judgment that the Lord has come into this place and the indignation the Lord has for the people on this land. You know, the wicked. Bartholdi did not originate the concept of the statue. The idea for creating a statue of liberty and freedom was first proposed by another Frenchman by the name of Edward La Boule. You know that Boule, right? It was La Boule's idea and determination during the American Civil War that carried the idea from a simple notion to an actual project. La Boule, a French Freemason, proposed the idea of a giant statue replicating a goddess. See that? A demon, an idol. So they did this on purpose, that the Masonic movement idolized, man. So that statue is a Masonic, pagan, satanic idol, the Statue of Liberty, man. And they got it on shirts, they got it on, it's everywhere, all over America. All right. Replicating a goddess or an idol that the Masonic movement idolized. La Boule proceeded to raise the financial support and commission Bartholdi to provide the sculpture of this goddess or idol of illumination from ancient times, man. It goes all the way back to Samaria. All right. It goes all the way back to Nimrod. Way back. So, all right, so let's keep reading. Now it says here, what deity was this? It was the idol, they say goddess, but idol, known by various names, just like today is known by various names. All right? La Boule and his fellow Freemasons, or devil worshippers, sculptor Bartholdi referred to her as Libertas, man. Look at that mess. All right? So that, man, all right? So, but she was also, but they used it like a symbol of freedom and liberty. And there's no freedom, man. But she was also, it was also an early adoption by Romans of the Babylonian idol or goddess Ishtar, man. Ishtar is the most ancient of times, in the most ancient of times, was also referred to by the Sumerian dialect as Nana, and that's what Foxy Brown, Il Nana, you know, the Yoni, Ishtar, Nana, that goes back to 2850 BC, times of Samaria and people like Nimrod, all right, 2800s. All right, when he built the Tower of Babel, it was around 2850 BC. It says, or Ninana, meaning the Queen of Heaven or the Lady of Heaven, and we teach against that all the time with Easter. So that's what they got, Statue of Liberty as the Ishtar, man. Going all the way back to an ancient Sumerian deity, ancient Babylon. Look at that. Going all the way back to ancient Babylon. All right. So America is the daughter of Babylon. All right, so it says in Canaan, amongst the Hamites, this deity was called Ashtaroth, man. Look at that. You know, so our people started serving Ashtaroth and all this Queen of Heaven mess. All right, which means stars. So they worshiping the stars and shit. That's deep, man. It says the Hittites called her something. The Phoenicians on Cyprus initially referred to her as Astarte. See, that way we heard different names over years, or you might be doing a lesson rebuking that Easter folly, and you might see all these different names: Astaroth, Astarte, you know, Ishtar, all the same, man. That's the statue that they got up calling it Libertas, liberty. It's wild, man. It says Isis, was the name the Egyptians gave to her. Now it goes back to the Egyptians as well. This is how the goddess or idol became introduced to the earliest Greeks. As time passed, wow, so yeah, from the Egyptians, you know, at the Library of Alexandria and Alexander the Greek conquering those Egyptians, you know, so he started learning about Isis and all that. As time passed, or the idol, as time passed, the succeeding generations of Greeks found the other Ishtar doctrines to be appealing and incorporated her into their pantheon of deities. It's crazy, man. As Astarte or Aphrodite. You heard that before in the Greek, amongst the Greeks, Aphrodite. All right. Later still, the Romans did the same and referred to her as Venus. All these names, man, same idol. And it's standing there. How tall is the Statue of Liberty? Oh, that idol. Liberty. They got hit by lightning many times, but it was just something about this time. The height of it. What's the height of it? 305 feet and 1 inch, man. They built a giant statue or idol. It's deep. All right. Now, this is, hold on, where is it at? Okay, here it goes. It says this was later equated with the idea of immigration. Naturally, then Ishtar, aka Libertas, that's what they named it, remember, was known as the mother of harlots, the mother of exiles, and the mother of immigrants. Look at that, man. Look at that. So Ishtar was known as the mother of harlots, the mother of immigrants through not only Babylon and Babylonia, but also later Assyria, Egypt, Greece, and Rome. So deep, man. Now you got nothing but migrants coming over here. But she was known as the mother of harlots, what? Causing people to become idolaters, all right, idol worshipers. So it's known as all these different names, and they got it up as a statue representing America. Let me get something. Let's start off with this one. Jeremiah 51:33. For thus saith Yahawah of the heavenly armies, man, the true power of heaven. All right? Yahawah, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, the power of Israel, Yasha Allah. All right, so the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor, man. And it is time to thresh her yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. That's what these are signs of. Just a little while longer, and the time of her harvest shall come. What harvest? You got two harvests that the Most High speaks of. You got the harvest of the wheat, and you got the harvest of the tares. You got the harvest that when Yahweh Shai sticks his sickle into the earth and judges the wicked. And you got the harvest where the Lord sends his angels to gather the elect. All right, and the harvest of this place being destroyed, that's the destruction of the wicked here in this place. So there's two harvests. So the time of her harvest shall come, man. Well, all these prophecies, all this judgment going to manifest. You know? This is Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, which represent the judgments of Yahawah, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And it's funny because when you look at the Statue of Liberty, it's sitting over almost over the water. All right, but the thing is, the waters represent nations, ruling over many people, gathering unto itself all these different nations of people. They call this place a melting pot. People try to come here and live the American dream. All right, a nation of nothing but migrants and slaves. Because even Esau migrated over here. So it's a nation that operates under de facto. It's not a nation of, tribe. It said, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore. So this was in Revelations, the time of Revelations with John the Revelator, around 75 or so AD. Now, Babylon fell. Well, actually, ancient Babylon fell 2850 BC. And then you had, that was when he built the Tower of Babel. And then during the times of Nebuchadnezzar, all right, Babylon, Chaldea, that was destroyed in 539 BC. All right. So what John is talking about is a future Babylon. Babylon just means a place of confusion, and this place is definitely that. So it says, and I talk with thee. So he's gonna show John the Revelator the judgment of this place, man. So let me show you something real quick. See that that lightning strike, the foundation shaking, and they had it on camera. They caught all of that, so we can see it. That's why the Lord told us to watch for the signs. 2 Ezra 16 and 8. The mighty Lord Yahawah sendeth the plagues. That's what's coming, the plagues, man. That's what the scriptures speak of, various judgments coming upon this place until it's ultimately destroyed. That's what the plagues represent right here. And who is he that can drive them away? Nobody can stop them. Everybody see it coming. You see the signs, and they're like, wow, glasses on, enjoying it, traveling to see it. They confused. They don't know there's a judgment coming behind that eclipse. That's a sign from the Most High. Just like the sky turned dark, they said for 3 hours, during the time Yahushua was crucified. All right. It says a fire shall go forth from his wrath, man. So that destruction is coming from ICBM missiles. That fire is going to go forth. It's being sent forth, meaning it's not going to return void. the command that the Most High gave for this place to be judged. All right, it's going to go forth in his wrath. So when it happens, it's going to be because of Yahawah's wrath. Why is Putin and all these nations coming against this place, America or Babylon? Because it's the Most High's wrath. Plain and simple. And who is he that may quench it? Now this is the point, man, that lightning strike. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten. See, what was that? That was a threat. The Lord is threatening this place. And who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence, man? So when he arrives, he threatening now. But when he shows up, the place that he threatened, the people there are going to be utterly, and the nations and the armies are going to be utterly beaten to powder. Turning to ashes, man, through that destruction. The earth quaketh. All right, so, and the foundations thereof. So the earth was quaking. You know? And the foundation, places like under that statue of Ishtar, that they call the Statue of Liberty, it was shaking and rattling. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled. Seeing tsunamis all over the earth. The fishes thereof also before Yahawah, before the glory of his power, man. So when the missiles hit, it's going to shake the earth, cause tsunamis and everything, and cause the nuclear fallout itself will poison all the fish in the sea, the toxic radiation. All right. So, so he's showing the judgment of this place to John the Revelator. Revelation 17 and 2, or 1. And there came one of the 7 angels, which had the 7 vials, the judgments, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. Why is it a whore? Because of idolatry. All right, adultery, which is idolatry in this sense, referencing it to a physical whorish woman, which is an enemy to the Most High because of idolatry. All right, adultery. So spiritual idolatry. This is a great idolatrous place, man. Wicked. With whom, so when they say Babylon the Great, that's what it's talking about. It's referencing to it being a great in idolatry, great in power on this earth and wealth. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, man. So they all took part in that idolatry and also in the business dealing with America. Got rich off of America, the dollar. All right. And that masonry. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. All that through what? Business. That's why them bankers, they nothing but Satanists, man. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, scarlet meaning red, all right, which is a symbolic for representing Esau and their establishment. And the beasts represent immoral, inhumane, wicked, uncontrollable, Esau. All right? That scarlet-colored beast represents NATO, those nations that came together to establish the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Full of names of blasphemy, so it had rulers in this place, America, that had blasphemous leaders. That's what they're really supposed to say there. All right, so they had a lot of leaders here that were blasphemous in different forms of idol worshipers, having 7 heads and 10 horns. So the 7 heads and the 10 horns, man. That goes back to NATO and the EU. All right, the 10 horns represent the EU. So them together all represent a wicked satanic conglomerate that helped to establish this place, America and Babylon. And France is one of those nations. That's why he said the French sculptor that sculpted that idol Nana or Ishtar and named it Libertas, man. See how they do? All right. And the woman was arrayed in purple, meaning representing royalty. All right, meaning they helped to establish America to be the dominant hammer that it is in the earth today through the banking system, the World Bank, through the military, all the spirits that leaped out of the mouth of the dragon, the church system. All right, everything is established through that. The banking system, the military, corporations. Now, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, man. All right, so they said, hey, you're one of us. They covered this place and gave it its own nationality. Not nationality, but sovereignty, Salakia. All right, what seems to be sovereignty. The United States, the 13 colonies. But they said they're one of them. They're part of the EU. America is the spearhead general for NATO, so they're all together. And decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand, full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication, man. You know, so it was given power to spread all its philosophies and policies and demonocracy and Christianity and Masonry, you know, Satanism and, you know, that whole sodomy. They pushing that around the world, all right, murder, you know. So they were able to push in their dollar. And even in these last days, they're going to be the one that establishes the Revelation 13 and 16, which is the MOTB. All right. Now it says, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, they made this place look rich. All right. That's why it's called the whore, because the pimp is Europe, the bankers. Having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations, man. Abominations and filthiness of her fornication. What did they just declared their Folly Day Easter as, you know, their little letter movement day. So full of abominations, man, and filthiness of her fornication, of idolatry here. Especially with the Statue of Liberty and other stuff, the obelisk. You know, you can go on and on. Washington, D.C. is built in a bunch of Masonic symbols, you know. So, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery. So it's a mystery. You know, it's a mystery. That's why it's shrouded in secrecy, man. They call it Libertas. But no, this place is symbolically Babylon, man. Spiritually Babylon. And spiritually Egypt, because Astarte, I think that's what they call it in Egypt, right? Or no, Isis, that goes back to Egypt. You know, and we know it's spiritually Sodom, and that's what they did to worship Nana. All right, so that's where you get the whole Baphomet stuff from. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery. So it's a mystery. Who's going to know that mystery, though? Let me get this. Luke 8 and 10. And he said unto you, it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of Yahawah. Who is that? The elect. All right. We know the mystery. We've been given the mysteries from Yahawah, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, that this place is Babylon. This, you know, and it's about to be destroyed. But to others in parables, see, they can't get it. That seeing they might not see, and hearing they might not understand. So So they're gonna get a lot of 2/3 are gonna get caught up in this place, man. This place of confusion and wickedness and fornication. Sirach 3:19. Many are in high place, see, and renowned. So a lot of famous people here in high places here, exalted, lifted up, especially amongst Jake. Look at Diddy and them. But look what they're into. Look what the money did. Look at all the riches and wealth that was offered by these devils, especially since the 70s and the music era of entertainment. You know, when it was taking records and putting Esau face, E-face on there, and they have Jake voice. So Jake been running. We were trained to run to them to sign their deals, but now look at Kanye. You know, it says many are in high place and renowned. So a lot of Jakes are in high place, like TD Fakes. But mysteries are revealed unto the meek, man. So we've been blessed with the little old us in your communities and your neighborhoods out there teaching on the corners. You know, the Lord blessed us with this wisdom and to understand his mysteries. For the power of Yahawah is great, and he is honored of the lowly. All right, so now with that being understood, us understanding the mysteries, we're supposed to be as shepherds amongst the sheep. Jeremiah 50:8, leading our people out of this place spiritually and mentally before it gets destroyed, and showing our people the warning signs, like the lightning hitting this statue of Ishtar. And over DC, they got a statue of Persephone, which is a goddess of the underworld, an idol. All right. Jeremiah 50:8, remove out of the midst of Babylon, man. So remove what? Mentally first. And go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, prepare to be delivered out of here. And be as the he-goats before the flocks, man. The he-goats lead and follow the shepherd. All right. So we supposed to lead our people, the rest of the sheep, to the shepherd. Okay. All right. So yeah, it's a mystery, man. But the elect have been blessed to understand that mystery. All right. The parables, the prophecies, the doctrine, and the truth. Revelation 17:5, and upon her forehead was a name written, man. So the Lord said he's going to draw upon this place the line of confusion, that this is the place of confusion. This is Babylon. But it's going to be known to everybody when the destruction comes. All right, they're not going to get it until the judgment comes. It says, and upon her forehead was a name written, mystery, Babylon, the great, man. So this is Babylon the Great. All right, great in what? If you read down Revelation 18, you'll see it was great in wealth and riches and power on this earth and people ruling over the nations, and great in also idolatry too and wickedness, being exalted. So this is Babylon the Great in confusion. All right. The mother of harlots, man. The mother of harlots represents establishing idolatry amongst 2/3 of our people. All right. So this is the place that really helped to steer our people away from the Lord. You know, the 2/3. So now it says the mother of harlots, man, pushing that idolatry around the world, Satanism. They really pushed that from Europe through America. You know, all their policies and sodomy, you know, murder, demonocracy, whatever they want to push, they push the policies through this place and enforce it through America. So this is the mother of harlots. Look at what they got for their statue of their form of freedom. The statue that they call Libertas over New York, man. It's this damn idol Ishtar going all the way back to Samaria with Nana. Look at that mess. So it's no wonder the Lord is threatening this place with lightning and earthquakes and signs from the sun, moon, and the stars spoken of in the scriptures before the great and dreadful day of the Lord come. Threatening this place before that day comes. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the Great, the mother of harlots. All right, they help to nurture wickedness and idolatry. You know, they help to nurture it through their TVs and media and Hollywood. What's that witchcraft with the wine? You know, through their magi's or left hand, pushing them spells on our people. So the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. You know, you see it all in the music, in the videos, right? The abominations, man. Look at, you know who, man. I ain't even gotta say no names. I ain't gonna get no flag on YouTube right now. So it says, and now this is the point. I think that was the point. All right. So, and I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahawah. When I saw her, talking about the Israelites through slavery, and I wondered with great admiration. See that? So, that's right, because this is what's coming. The threat, and then the beating to powder. Revelation 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel coming down from heaven. See? Having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory, man. We're going to see the angels and chariots showing up. And he cried, and also I think they got that what they call the Diablos or devil comet, because it looked like it got horns, but that's the way Esau think, man. They want it to be some demonic shit. But those are signs from the Lord. It could also be a chariot, and it could be just a comet that the Lord is sending as a sign. All right. So, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. And this is going to happen, man. All right. And is become the habitation of devils, meaning unclean animals. All right. And deceivers, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, man. So there's going to be a bunch of unclean animals left here floating around in this destroyed place. It's going to be like a lava pit. All right, America. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, you know, idolatry, especially through that dollar, through their philosophies and ideologies and Satanism and Christianity, whatever you want to call it. You know, so, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, man. They got rich off of the wickedness of this place. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, man. So all of the you know, where it said clothed in purple and gold and all that costly array and the dollar, that all came from Europe, from the devil, the deceiver on this earth. You know, them bankers. And they, through that, they helped to fund and establish, and later on allegedly rob Russia and all these nations of their resources. The Nixon shock, that's one of them. The fall of the Soviet Union, that's another one, George Soros. All right, so, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. And why did they pull the rug from under Russia? So that America can thrive. That goes with Revelation 17. All right, all of them came together, them European nations, to give their power unto the whore and to the beast, NATO. All right, so until the time of the prophecies are fulfilled, that's now. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. And this is going to happen on the day of judgment. The elect are going to be taken up out of here into the chariots, man. All right? That ye be not partakers of her sins. And it's funny saying her, like a whore, and they got that statue up there. It's crazy. And that ye receive not of her plagues. So we're praying that we don't receive of the plagues that the Lord is sending out, as I read earlier, where he said the plagues are sent, and who can turn them away? And the Lord is threatening right now. So he's telling us what? To get ready, get our houses in order. For, matter of fact, let me get this. This is Hebrews 10 and 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works. So we provoking each other to what? Do this work, to teach, to believe, to study, to watch videos, you know? So that's what we're supposed to be doing in this time. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, right? You're supposed to show up at camp, you know? Try not to put things before you link up with the brothers at camp, all right? Or on the holy days, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching. All right, so, but if we sin willfully, knowing that this destruction is coming, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins, man. Yahawah not about to come down here and get up on the cross again. He coming to bring the judgment. But a certain fearful looking for of judgment and a fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries, man. So if you're an adversary to the Lord, anybody that represents this place, man, and there's Jakes, they're going to be destroyed with the plagues that the Lord is bringing to this place, man. His adversaries, his contenders. Adversaries mean what? Satanism. Adversaries to righteousness. All right, so those are the ones that the Lord is setting up to be destroyed. And he's warning and threatening with them lightning strikes and earthquakes and signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars and the comets and stuff, man. All right, Revelation 18 and 3. Oh no, 18 and 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, finally, right? So the Lord said, all right, that's enough. And Yahawah hath remembered her iniquities. That's what we're seeing right now. The Lord is saying, hey, I remember you. And letting y'all know, hey, he remember. And he's marking it off, saying, yep, this is it. The tha, which means the end, finito. You know? So that's why these eclipses are happening, marking out America, look like a big X over it. Every part of it was marked out. And it's another eclipse that went through it as well. It's like one going up top, one crossing out the whole middle, left, south. The whole place just X'd out, man. Like the Lord saying, no, not a portion of it gonna get destroyed, but the whole thing. Scripture says it's gonna be swept with the besom of destruction, to destroy the whole land. That's the Most High's intention. And nobody can stop it. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahawah hath remembered her, man. Her iniquities. Think about that lightning strike and everything we've been seeing this week as far as prophecies and signs. Reward her even as she hath rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. And that's talking about not only us, but these nations that are going to bring that judgment and destruction to this place. All right? So her cup that was filled, that got all the nations drunken, now they're going to return that same destruction to this place. Look at Russia. They allegedly sent over a team of ISIS members and killed 140 people at a gathering. Now they got threats over here in America saying those same ISIS people are planning an alleged attack on American soil at gatherings in retaliation for Russia. So reward her even as she have rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she have filled, fill to her double. So everything they did to the Israelites, the Lord's going to bring that double that type of destruction on this place. Fire. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment, see? So much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, as a whore. That's what the word queen means. Ruling, you know. And am no widow. You know, meaning everybody was on the side of America not too long ago. But now, the scriptures speak about it as being spiritually Nineveh. And you say, stand, stand, shall they cry, but none shall look back. Nineveh is like a pool of water that's just draining out, losing all its support, all its help, all its power. All right? And where did that eclipse pass through? A bunch of towns called Nineveh in different states. And one called Lebanon, right here in American soil. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. That's why it's going to be stages and various judgments and plagues coming to this place. For she saith in her heart, what they say, the inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. It said, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow. See, they think that's what's going to happen to this place. We see all the hell and destruction happening all around the world. Famines, you know, pestilences, whatever. But they think it's not going to come to this place. Well, all year, in the past few years, you've been seeing it building up, you know, in this place, man. Hell on earth. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day. There you go. So that's why the Lord sending our warnings first, because it's going to be too late. That plague's going to happen in one day, 1 hour. Death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. Utterly, meaning from the east to the west, north to the south, northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest. All right. She shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is Yahawah, the power who judgeth her. This is nothing to him. He's like, this is nothing. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Because a lot of these proxy nations that side with America, they're going to think that same destruction is coming on them. All right? And they're going to see this place finally being destroyed. And it's going to put fear in them. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment. See, they know that they're going to be next. Saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, right? Because the Lord's going to write upon this place the line of confusion. Going to say that was Babylon, that the Bible was speaking of, the place of the final judgment. So what's next? The elect of Israel ruling under Yahawah Shem Yahushua on this earth. Alas, alas, that great city Babylon. Look at New York, the apple dropping. Look at D.C. Look at all the idols of this idol worship they have in this place, man. And the rights they give to do so. And the rights they give into, those letter movements. It says, the great city Babylon, man. That mighty city. It was mighty and strong and called the hammer of the earth. For in 1 hour is thy judgment come. All right, so the Lord is prepared to judge this place. And he's sending warning shots.